Coach Schumann talking 2010 class football. Where are they now? Sadly, our number one player in that class was Ronald Powell from California. He was a number one overall recruit. He was an unbelievable athlete. Played linebacker, defensive end, tight end in high school. Went to Florida, and he got hurt a couple times, ACL injuries, limited his time with the Gators, but still managed to get drafted by the Saints in 2014, but never really kind of got set and got his footing there. Unfortunately, he passed away this past year, 2025. A lot of speculation as to what happened, but a lot of rumors about a lot of different things. But unfortunately, Ronald Powell passed away. A sad story. Number two, Dominic Easley, also I think went to Florida. Was an unbelievable disruptive force in the defensive line, explosive with the ball, great hands, quick, just a non-stop motor. He ended up being a first-round pick with the Patriots, but also caught the injury bug in his pro career. Showed flashes of greatness at times with the Rams, but knee injuries ended up limiting some of the things that he was able to do. But he'll always remember it as a dominant player in the SEC. Dominique now is flipping houses. He got into real estate and is building his real estate empire through the 2025. Woods, fantastic wide receiver, went to USC. By the way, all three of the first three guys, Powell, Easley, and Woods, were all NUC alums, NUC sports alums from our camps and showcases. We saw Robert Woods in California as a sophomore in high school. He went on to star at USC, where he put on route running clinics every Saturday. He was one of the most consistent NFL careers from his class, from Buffalo to Los Angeles, with the Rams, a stint with the Titans. He's been a reliable target, a great leader, a quiet leader, still active, still grinding. He's a blueprint for longevity in the NFL when you pair skill with hard work, and he's still playing to this day and having a tremendous impact on the NFL. Jackson Jeffcoat, defensive end, 5-star, went to Texas. He was unbelievable with a great burst, great bendability and finishability. He was an All-American for Texas as a Longhorn. Though his NFL career was short-lived, he spent time in Washington, Seattle, but he found second opportunities where he went to the Winnipeg Blue Bombers, winning 2 Grey Cups. He was an All-American in college. He won 2 Grey Cups with Winnipeg. He's a great example of a player. He's just continued his passion and his impact in the NFL. Jackson now has a construction company, does real estate, travels, keeps himself really interested in a lot of different things, his hand in a lot of different things. He'll always be remembered as a really, really popular Longhorn. The 5th-rated player was Centrell Henderson. Some people had him as number 1 offensive tackle, 6'8", massive offensive tackle at the time. Was one of the most physically gifted linemen we'd ever seen. Originally committed to USC, then flipped to Miami. Throughout his career, college or pro, he battled some off-the-field issues and some suspensions. But he played in the NFL. He started games for the Bills, but health challenges, including Crohn's disease and consistency issues, kept him from reaching his ceiling. Centrell Henderson played after the Bills. He went and played with over in Saskatchewan in the CFL. Not much information about what he is doing actually now, Centrell Henderson. The 6th-rated player was Jordan Hicks. Jordan Hicks was a little bit on the radar during his college career, Texas due to injuries. But when he was healthy, he was unstoppable. He was a baller. He bounced back strong and was drafted by the Philadelphia Eagles, where he played a key role on their Super Bowl team. Later stops with the Cardinals and Browns, continued his productive NFL run. Still active, Hicks is one of the quiet success stories from his class. He's steady, smart player, very, very productive with the Cleveland Browns for two years after his last stint in 2025. Hicks announced his retirement and is starting his post-NFL career. Number 7, we have Michael Dyer. Michael Dyer burst onto the scene at Auburn. He was also an NUC alum. He helped lead them to a national championship as a freshman with Cam Newton. He's a fantastic running back there. He's unbelievable talent. He was derailed by some off-the-field issues, academic issues, and team dismissals. He transferred multiple times after that from Auburn to Arkansas State to Louisville. Could never regain that early explosiveness and power. He had brief pro opportunities, never really stuck. Today, he's a faith and motivational speaker and reflecting on his journey, trying to help athletes along their path and learn from his mistakes and what they could do next. Number 8 is LaMarcus Joyner, also an NUC Sports alum. Marcus was the heartbeat of a tremendous and dominant Florida State defense. Versatile, instinctual, and physical. He played both corner and safety. He was drafted by the Rams, carved out a very, very solid NFL career. He had stints with the Raiders and Jets, as well as often tasked with leading young secondaries. Still active as a player. Stopped playing in 2022 after, I think, his stint with the Jets. Right now, there's not much information as to what he is doing now. LaMarcus Joyner was one of the first stars that we saw at the NUC sports events back in like 2008, and he was one of the top players in the 2010 class. One of the fastest rising stars from that class was Sharif Floyd, absolute phenom on the interior of Florida, quick off his feet, disruptive, ball hawk, and powerful. Vikings drafted him in the first round. He looked like he could be a future Pro Bowler until botched surgery on his knee led to nerve damage, tragically ending his career prematurely. Floyd stays in the game to this day, coaching, scouting, mentoring kids. His career might have been short, but he was a fantastic football player, and he had a tremendous impact. Number 10, also NUC Sports alum. This guy is still a superstar late in his career, even as his career is winding down. Keenan Allen, who was not really a consensus top 10 guy in every making, but he was a big-time recruit, turned into one of the best receivers of his era. Probably the best of this top 10 group and most accomplished. Drafted by the Chargers, Allen's been a 5-time Pro Bowler, known for his elite route running, clutch hands, and being a third down nightmare for defenses. Still doing damage well into his 30s. He's had a tremendous career, a testament to polished preparation and professionalism. Keenan Allen's a fantastic player. For Prospect Podcast, there you have it. 10 stories, 10 journeys, 10 examples of how unpredictable and inspiring a football path could be. Some reached the mountaintop, some faced devastating setbacks, and others found new ways to contribute to the game they so much love. That's what's creating the sport, and that's what's covering the sport is so great. The human stories involved with it. If you like today's episode, please subscribe, leave a review, and check out archived episodes of the Prospect Podcast. Until next time, I'm Coach Schumann. Keep grinding. Remember, stars don't always predict the finish line, but they do start the race.